talk about our very first game. It is an expansion to the legendary and infamous turn-based strategy game, XCOM 2. Let's take a look.
Hello, Commander.
Hey everyone, this is the Cavalier here, and today I'm gonna be just talking about a small thing, but in the context of the game, it's a huge, humongous, no words for it thing, and that is going to be coming out for the XCOM 2 game, and I'll start a playthrough for the game so soon. You might wonder, I also said this about Witcher, and here it's not here yet, but don't worry, guys. From next week onwards, you will have more playthroughs, more and more everything. Don't worry. But before that, I want to share with you guys the awesome information that we got in E3 regarding a new expansion that is going to come out for the game. So, without much further ado, I'm just going to be quiet for a while. I'm just going to run the trailer for you guys about the game, and then I've seen the interview with Jack Solomon. So, with that, I will just give you guys the details as the interview goes on in the background. I will just cut the audio, and then I will just talk about what they said. Like this is the important parts of the game. So what are they changing and what are they introducing new, and stuff like that. So without much further ado, guys, let's just get into it.
You're not supposed to be here. At last, a true battle. If only you knew the truth.
There were 3 resistance groups that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other.
So, you do exist.
They were sent here to purge the lost.
You are safe here. That can't be good.
Advent Pollock. I suppose we should begin then.
Now the real war begins.
So the expansion of the game is going to be called as War of the Chosen. And when the interviewer asked Jack Solomon who came up with the idea and what forced him to make this expansion right now, and what can we expect from the expansion basically. Jack Solomon said like he came up with the idea. He wanted to do some changes for the game, and these guys are jokingly saying that this can be a basic for XCOM 3. They should have done this game as an base for XCOM 3 instead of doing it an expansion for the base game. So I don't know if that's going to be like that big, but after the whole interview, I listened to Jack Solomon, every word of it, and then I decided like this game is going to be huge. And if I play and if I start the game tomorrow, and if I start a new campaign, it's going to take me like at least 48-50 hours to finish the game, the entire playthrough, more than that even, because it's a strategy game obviously. But this game, they said like it's gonna take more than 75 hours, 80 hours even. So that much of a content wise, it's huge for a expansion. That's amazing. It's like a DLC, so it's not gonna be like your typical 3 hours, 4 hours DLC, just like that. Certain missions, but this is a good thing, and I'm just gonna talk about more things like Jack Solomon said. And War of the Chosen basically concentrates on 3 new classes. They are like the chosen ones. They are new enemy types. And as you know, we fight the advents on this one, and the advents are aliens and human hybrids. And not just that, you will face aliens as well, like mutants and gatekeeper and stuff like that. So when you meet these type of guys, you will also meet a new enemy type called as the chosen. There are three brothers. One is the assassin, one is the hunter, and the other is a warlock. And Jack Solomon said warlock is a warlock, so be careful of that. So we have to be wary about that. And these three guys will fight you whenever they get a chance. So you have to be careful about them. So you have to fight all of them at the same time. So he also said there's going to be new enemy types, and apart from the chosen, and a lot of things that are going to be new in the game basically. Not just that enemy type is important, guys. There's also gonna be a lost, and as you would have seen the trailer, these lost are like zombies, but not zombies. If you get that, like according to XCOM, the cult of XCOM, like in '97 the game released, so like 20 years before Earth was taken. And when you do that, the main cities like for example Delhi in India, like New York in America, and so these main cities were lost, so they were dead pretty much. And Advent didn't give them chance to rebuild, and the people of the places were left rotten to die. So these people are, when you go in XCOM 2, the War of the Chosen, when you go there, you can see these people as lost. So they can become as zombies, and you can take one zombie out pretty much easily, but they grow as swamps. And when you and they don't have any mind, so they don't go in like tactically. So you take one turn, I take, no, that's not gonna happen. They're just gonna swamp in there, swoop in there, kill you all, and then just gonna move away. And but there's a Jack Solomon said there's a silver lining in that aspect, because they don't just attack you. They don't just attack XCOM. They also attack the aliens and advents. So you have everyone is gonna be like, oh my god, shit is about to get real when they come along. And how do they come along? If you go to the main cities and if you have a combat there, they sense combat and then they come rushing there to kill you. So that's pretty cool when you see about like the enemies that are there. So these are the pretty much the enemies that are going to be there in the game, so that's for sure. Anything apart from this is not conclusive or not released. So these are the main things. And and next I'm going to talk about the new classes of XCOM that are going to be there. And Jack Solomon said that XCOM is not the only resistance group that is going to be there. There's going to be like three other factions, and the main heads are like the names of the factions are going to be like Reapers, Templars, and your skirmishers. And who are they? They are like normal classes. They also fight the advents, but they also don't like each other. So you have to make them like each other, and you have to use their classes to fight the chosen and everything. So you have to interact with them. They're not just gonna be like willingly, okay, XCOM is here, let's all be friends and let's solve the alien mystery forever. But they're not gonna be like that. They're gonna be like, okay, do this for me, kill that chosen, he's a bitch, please do that, I will help you. So we have to be careful and do the missions about that. And these three classes are, Jack Solomon said, unique and awesome in their own way. Like the Reapers or like ghost saboteurs. So like in a concealment in a mission you can shoot, and then there will be a dice of a roll, stuff like that. So there will be like a wave, and if it's like stopping at a point, you are concealed, so nothing happened to you, so you're still concealed. The enemy doesn't know what hit them. But if the roll of a dice goes from a certain point to another point, then you are not concealed, so the enemy knows who you are and where you are. So it's a good thing. So it a roll of a dice, as I said. So it will be awesome for to take a risk or not, whether you are willing to take that risk or not. And then the skirmisher class, where you will be like, they are hybrids of aliens and humans, and they are like, how to put this, the aliens rejected them, you're a waste, so go away. So they came and joined XCOM, their resistance group, to kill the aliens. And Jack Solomon personally said he is scared of the skirmisher line to being OP. because it's gonna take some huge action points. So instead of getting 2 points, it's gonna get 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 10. It can reach up to 10. That means you can just kill everyone with your just skirmisher alone in the group. So he said that's going to be a point to notice. And the third is going to be your reapers, sorry, templars. The templars are a unique class in my book, and I absolutely love them. Not just the artwork, not just the actions they take. It's just like they are pretty much 100% melee. They don't do like gun weapons, gunshots, and stuff like that. They just do melee damage, but you can use them like damage, and every action points, or you can just save them, charge them up, and then just like go boom. Here you go. This is the end of every one of you. So these are the new classes that are going to be coming out. And now I'm going to talk about the different mission types. Jack Solomon said these are not just the only mission types from the base game that you're going to see. Like there are going to be huge different landscapes of various missions that are going to be there. As I said, the lost missions are going to be one of them, and like the missions for the new factions that are going to be one of them. And not just that, he said like they're going to be like ambush systems where you can send someone for recon and then they might get ambushed, so you have to take care of them. And there's going to be obviously chosen fights. Some place like chosen will not appear randomly, but then you'll go search for the chosen and then it might come to fight. And what is the advantage of this expansion right now? Jack Solomon said it himself. This is the a great game, but it's a dynamic sort of thing. Even though I can say like this game was a huge success just because of the character customization and just character pool, and you can have your friends in the game, so you can have your known people in the game. So every character you can get close to the character. You have them in your heart. So that was a huge success for this game. Nothing else. But Jack Solomon said after that, like in a combat, it's gonna be like dynamic, obviously. But when you come to the strategic screenplay, it will be more cold and so distant. So they wanted to change that, which is an amazing thing. So as he said, like two things that I want to say, like as Jack Solomon said, the two things that are gonna be more important in terms of the grander schemes. The first thing is like your voice acting. He said there's going to be a lot of voice acting, a lot of cinematic cutscenes in the game, more than your base game. And he said this because like the voice acting was like lacking in the game, so they just wanted to sprite that out like a little bit. And the first thing he said, like when you finish the game and then you come back to the ship, there will be like if that mission was a success, the advent will be spinning off a new story. Like you would have kicked their asses, but they would have said like there's a gas leak, so they would have covered it up. But your resistance radio as well will be saying like the mission was a huge success, these guys won the game, won the mission, so everyone is safe, every soldier is safe, they came back with the promotions and stuff like that. So they're going to be like constantly talking, not disturbing the game obviously, but like they're going to liven up the place. So that's amazing thing. And the second thing he said is like you can take photos in a photo booth with your soldiers, and then you can type your own agenda on that. Like for example, he said like shadow broker, like the one who knows everything. So that like it's a quote, and then you can have that spread out through of the world. So whenever you go on a mission, you can see the propaganda on the big screen everywhere. So it's a cool thing. So little things like this can make a big difference. And Jack Solomon said this is a good thing. So it's a good thing. Simple as that. And as I said, like the new missions and news type. This is the last concept of the new expansion. That is like your bonding. Bonding is like there was in normal first after vanilla game came out, there was a expansion or a mod which was created by the community, where there was just like a particular leader pack, where you can have a leader for your squad, and he can give some perks to the soldiers around it. So you cannot have obviously like two more leaders in the same group. So you can just diversify your squad, like one leader for this squad, one leader for that squad. And in Long War 2, they kind of models kind of expanded that, and like you can send this squad for more benefits. So if you send this squad, their squad compatibility is amazing. So everything was going really good. and that was a good thing. But in this, Jack Solomon said there's going to be bonding system now. So it's like again, it's not just like your squad compatibility. So this squad is compatible. These are best friends. So they will just do the mission perfectly. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like so they are two like so close friends. If he's closer and he can kill more enemies than you can actually give your own action point to that guy. So just go kill it. So that's game changing actually. If you have your best team on the ground, and for example there's a power for the rangers called as reaper. So if you kill someone with your sword, you know you can get your free action point. So you can go kill another one, and if you kill that you will get a free action. So just like that, it stacks upon again and again and again. So if your friend gives you the one action point that he has, you can have your extra action point. So you can just take on the enemy again and again and again. So you will have more choice. So that's a really good deal right there. So as you said, and even if you don't get along, if two soldiers doesn't get along, if you do a successful mission with them, they will change their opinion about their other parts. So it's a cool thing. The bonding thing is going to be really tricky for everyone to follow or everyone to have them perfectly. But if you guys ask me, that's actually a perfect thing. This is an actual game changer in the whole expansion. He said some other things as well, but these are the most exciting and actual factual things about the thing. Some might not even come to the later stages of the game. In like the game was going to be the expansion is going to be releasing on August 29th, that's sure. So like they're gonna, if they decide to change it, they will decide and they will change the things in August 1st. So some might not come out, the in the expansion, but some might will. I'm just hoping everything that I said, that I took a overview of, will come out in this. So XCOM 2 in E3 gave a pretty big hit. So just you might think this is just an expansion, but you have to think about the scope of the expansion. When your base content is 50 hours and then it extends it by like literally like a 2 days or 24 hours or 30 hours, it's huge. And it's a strategy game, so you have to take your time to finish the game. You cannot just rush in there. It's not like your Dragon Age Inquisition where you can just have your party, you can just go on and do quests, do missions and chill out, and then you can be like that. This is XCOM. This is much much more serious. People could die out there. So it's all cool. And I'll keep a tab on this. As I said, I'll also start a new let's play of XCOM 2. Don't worry about that. That'll be on Monday for sure. So thank you guys for watching. This is Peculiar Cavalier here, and I'm so excited for this, and I'm more looking forward to this rather than any other game, any other expansion, to be honest. Thank you guys. Please like the video, share the video with your friends, subscribe to the channel for everything that is gaming. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Let it go.